Well, first of all, good afternoon to everyone. I'm going to talk about how beauty is fueling a revolution in North Korea. I know it sounds weird to talk about revolution and beauty at the same time, but I'm probably sure you all know about the fact that the North Korean regime controls these people in every single sense. I mean, they control them even through their appearance. And how things are changing recently because women, specifically women, are fighting back. They tend to fight back one lipstick at a time. So let's start with the story of Danny Kim. Danny Kim was just a 14-year-old girl when her father took her to the black market for the first time. They went on a trip to the Chinese border, and she knew when she saw what was going on that she could do that. She could become a smuggler like her dad. It's true that the South Korean border is one of the most secure frontiers in the world, but in the north, the Chinese border, the situation is completely different. There are soldiers, but these soldiers are more than open to other possibilities if you pay the price that they want. It is not really difficult, but of course there's a lot of risks. If you talk with a wrong soldier, you could end up in prison, in a prison camp actually, without any trial and maybe for the rest of your life. When Dani was 15, she started to do her own business, but unlike her father, who was always working with wood, changing it for oil, exchanging it for flour, she knew she could make much more money if she focused on the things that people really wanted: beauty products and trendy clothes. So South Korean makeup products are extremely in high demand in the country, especially eyeliner and face masks. There was a market created specifically by the South Korean dramas, these television shows that are extremely popular all over the world and that are passed around in illegal USB drives in the neighboring country. People watch them late at night, but of course you have to be extremely brave to do so. These North Korean women learn about the outside world for the first time thanks to these K-dramas and became fascinated with all these foreign concepts of glamour and self-expression and be creative, something they didn't even knew existed. Of course, business was booming, and that's when Dani thought, okay, well, this is interesting, it's a business option, but she had no idea that at that moment she was creating already a resistance, something that was starting to bubble up in all of these illegal markets. These products and styles from South Korea, these illegal lipsticks, illegal t-shirts, became something completely different, a symbol of disobedience against the regime, and an unspoken sign that told everyone that you have seen what was in the outside world and you wanted that for yourself. Of course, illegal products immediately became popular, and the popularity of these products grew so much that the regime started to be aware of something that was going on with this new generation. Well, of course, when we talk about the regime, we talk about Kim Jong-un and nuclear weapons, but there's so much more in this country that goes beyond that we see in the news every day. There's 25 million North Koreans that live there and cannot travel abroad or leave the country. They cannot get out. It's like living inside a prison. It's really hard to believe the extent of the control that the government has over its own people. Just to give you an idea, Kim Jong-un's influence is so extensive that he controls, or his regime controls, where a citizen can work, what kind of information they're allowed to learn, and every single detail about their lives and even physical appearance. Well, it might seem like it's very frivolous and vain to be talking about, well, yeah, I live in a regime where I have no freedom, but hey, I have a face cleanser, or I have a trendy hairstyle. But it's true, it's a country without freedom of speech, freedom of religion, or even freedom of the press. But every single element of these control tactics are used to make a visual confirmation that people comply with the rules. The regime has a state-issue propaganda that is like a magazine that is published for women of North Korea. This is published, in fact, by the government. And this magazine tells women that what hairstyle they could have. Like, for example, you can have mid-length hair or short hair, but that's it. No other options. And even tells you the type of color that you can dye your hair. So if you want pink hair, sorry, it's out of the question. Also tells you that clothing must be very modest and that anything that can be considered as foreign is wrong. Or more than wrong, just completely forbidden. It tells you that North Korea has to fight against those who choose to wear whatever they want. I mean, who do these people believe they are? Some of these people even believe that they can dress the way they feel like. What's this nonsense? Of course, it also includes information about makeup, jewelry, nail polish, hair dye. Everything is perfectly under control. These are rules that are enforced by disobedient citizens, and part of these citizens have to patrol the streets and tell the government if someone is out of line and doing something they shouldn't be doing. There is the Youth League of the country that has authority over the children, teenagers, and, of course, unmarried women. You can never trust them. In some parts of the country, married women do not need to be controlled by all the citizens. They already have the husbands for that, so no worries there. Hair seems to be a problem for the regime. Constant problem. Something we all understand. Beauty parlors have photos of all these approved haircuts on the wall. So when you go there, you just have to point and say, oh, today I feel like option number 1. But there's obviously no more than 5 options. Breaking any appearance rules can be the beginning of a long series of problems you can get into. The risk associated with smuggling all of these items is extremely serious, by the way. Dani and her family were arrested and tortured. It is estimated that approximately 200,000 North Koreans are in prison camps today, and probably approximately 400,000 have died in these camps already, including entire families and children. So this is not a joke. Because of this, it is more common for citizens to express their defiance through low-level acts, like wearing a t-shirt that they shouldn't, or carrying a lipstick on their backs. Because in other countries, you consider the option of protesting in public, speaking out on social media, and things like that are absolutely impossible in this country. But carrying a lipstick in your bag, it's impossible if you don't have the smugglers. All illegal goods are tools for rebellion. But it's not just rebellion. It's so much more. There are new jobs created by these beauty products. There's people who now make a living by doing makeup. Of course, they have to learn on their own because there are no beauty schools or anything like it. They have to purchase these beauty products and make money by providing their services for weddings without advertising, because of course it's illegal to advertise these kind of services. And sometimes they're extremely popular to have a makeup artist when you turn 60, because it's like something special. You finally reach an age when you can rebel a little bit. Well, nonetheless, it has opened a door for microeconomics for some women who otherwise would have no income at all. And lipstick by lipstick, North Korea is starting to modernize itself as a country. How do you buy these things? How do you do it? Because it's completely forbidden. Well, you go to one of the markets and you ask, I feel like I want something delicious today. That means that you want a lipstick. Or, I've been told that here I can buy a product from that town down there. That means you want some nice clothes from the neighboring country. And also, if you say, I've heard there are very good news in the town down there, that means that you want an illegal USB drive full of South Korean dramas to enjoy by yourself. Some women will even fake a South Korean accent when they ask for something that is perfectly legal so that they know that what they actually wanted is a red lipstick or something like that. Few people think that beauty can liberate North Korea, but it is a way of exposing young people to messages of expression and freedom, and that is something extremely important. The more the people know that there are other options and they're exposed to foreign information, the better would be the chance for people to realize that the government is actually teaching the wrong information. Also, to share disobedience can actually make a change in North Korea. Well, little by little, people are breaking rules. The regime sooner or later will loosen its grasp on its citizens. And the millennials, for once, are doing something right. They are putting pressure on the regime, fighting for the country to open the borders. And maybe they will manage to do it. According to the North Korean Studies Department of the University in Seoul, beauty product is just a little piece of this war between the two Koreas. First came the K-dramas and the films, huge hits on Netflix. Then K-pop. Groups like BTS and Blackpink are extremely popular also in the United States. And finally, K-beauty. They hit the United States in 2011 for the first time with the BB creams from Dr. Yard in Sephora. And they are now an important source of national economy because they create a lot of jobs, and more Korean beauty companies are now selling everywhere. For example, this brand that I mentioned before, Dr. Yard, this is a successful story because you can buy these products in 2,400 Sephora stores all around the world. It is such an important company that Kim Jong-un is extremely envious of it. He wants his own Korean beauty brand. He wants to show that his country had also prepared beautiful products. So that's why between 2017 and 2019, he started to check the beauty factories in the country in order to create cosmetic innovation. He saw the success of the South Korean beauty across the world and said, why not? We might have a chance. So there's already a lot of North Korean products in the market, in the North Korean market, of course, including face washes and face creams. They're only available there, but nonetheless, most of the North Korean women cannot afford them because they're way too expensive. So the regime has decided that some days, like for example, on Kim Jong-un's father's birthday, they can show the generosity to the people by giving some of these face washes to the people. So they will, enjoy them and talk to their neighbors about how wonderful they are. The goal for Kim Jong-un is to export the products worldwide. Chances are that that's not going to happen because there's a lot of sanctions in the way. But let's not forget that every small change, even just hiding a lipstick in your pocket, it's something that is changing the lives and the future of the North Korean people. So there's hope, and hope is too important to be ignored. Thank you.